99% of people use an air fryer the wrong way. Hi friends, it's Tracy. You may use an air fryer regularly, but I bet many of you are still making some common mistakes without even realizing it. In today's video, I'll point out the mistakes that people often make and show you the correct way to use your air fryer step by step. Be sure to watch until the end to find out whether you're making any of these mistakes too. One of the most common mistakes people make when using an air fryer is putting too much food into the basket, especially when cooking French fries. Many people think that to save time they should put all the fries into a single batch. This is not recommended because it can seriously affect the final result. An air fryer works by circulating hot air around the food. When the fries are piled on top of one another, that airflow becomes blocked. Instead of becoming crispy, the food starts to trap moisture and essentially steams itself. This often leaves the fries at the bottom soft, pale, and unevenly cooked, while the fries on top brown much faster. For the best results, arrange the food in a single layer, or leave a little space between the pieces so the hot air can reach all sides evenly. If you need to cook a large amount, it is much better to cook it in several smaller batches. Now that everything is ready, you can start cooking the fries. However, at this point, many people immediately select the French fries preset on their air fryer. This can be a mistake if you don't understand how these settings work. Most air fryers come with preset functions for foods such as chicken French fries or vegetables. While these presets are convenient, they are only designed for an average amount of food, an average thickness, and a specific starting temperature. The problem is that French fries come in different sizes and quantities. The same is true for other foods. Fresh foods rarely come in average sizes. One chicken wing may be much larger than another. Sometimes you're cooking a small batch, and other times the basket is nearly full. Frozen foods also require different cooking times than fresh foods. For better results, think of presets as a guide rather than a strict rule. Here, if you want truly crispy French fries, try cooking them in 2 stages. Start by setting the temperature to 160 degrees Celsius, 320 degrees Fahrenheit, and cooking for about 5 minutes. This first stage gently cooks the inside of the fries, making them soft and fluffy without drying them out. If needed, give them a gentle shake halfway through. Next, increase the temperature to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and continue cooking for another 10 to 12 minutes. The higher heat creates a beautiful golden crust on the outside, while keeping the inside tender. Shake the basket once or twice during this stage to ensure even cooking. The result is crispy golden French fries that taste much better than fries cooked at a single temperature. The general rule here is to choose and adjust the settings based on the type of food you're cooking. Making these small adjustments will help your food cook more evenly and give you much more consistent results. One common mistake is using air fryer liners the wrong way. I understand why so many people use them. They make cleanup much easier and help prevent grease and food residue from sticking to the basket. However, they are not always the best choice for every recipe. The downside is that liners can block the circulation of hot air inside the air fryer. Since airflow is what creates crispiness, anything that restricts it can affect the final result. Food may cook more slowly and come out less crispy than expected. That's why liners are not ideal for foods that need maximum crispiness, such as French fries, chicken wings, nuggets, or other fried foods. On the other hand, liners work very well when roasting vegetables or dishes that need to retain some moisture. Salmon is another food that works especially well with parchment paper. During cooking, salmon releases quite a bit of oil and moisture. In this case, place a sheet of parchment paper underneath the rack. However, do not place it directly on top of the rack, as this can make the salmon damp or soggy. Instead, place the parchment paper at the bottom of the basket and set the rack on top. This allows the natural juices and oils to drip onto the parchment paper, helping keep the basket much cleaner while allowing the salmon to cook evenly, maintain a dry exterior, and stay tender and moist inside. So be sure to use parchment paper at the right time and for the right recipes to preserve the best flavor and texture of your food. Next is the mistake of not turning or shaking your food during cooking. This can have a direct impact on the quality of the final dish. For foods such as chicken wings or French fries, like the ones we're cooking today, you need to flip or shake them so everything cooks evenly. The ideal time to do this is halfway through the cooking process. For these chicken wings, I'm going to flip them at the 10-minute mark. This allows all sides to be exposed to the hot air and helps the food brown more evenly. You see, even though an air fryer circulates hot air, the bottom of the food is still resting on the rack or basket. Because of this, the underside often receives less direct airflow and may not become as golden and crispy as the top. To show you exactly what happens when you skip this step, I'm going to leave these 3 wings untouched and continue cooking them for the rest of the time. Once the cooking is finished, compare the wings that were flipped halfway through with the ones that were not. The difference is obvious. The flipped wings have beautifully golden, crispy skin on both sides, while the others are nicely browned on only one side. So whenever you're cooking foods that need a crispy golden finish, remember to flip or shake them halfway through the cooking process. It's a simple step that helps everything cook more evenly and turn out much better. One of the final mistakes people often make is cleaning the air fryer the wrong way. The first mistake is not cleaning it regularly, especially after cooking only a small amount of food or dry foods, such as bread or sausages. Many people assume it isn't dirty enough and continue using it for other recipes. However, over time, grease and food residue build up inside the basket and tray. This can lead to unpleasant odors, black smoke, and may even affect the flavor of your food. The second mistake is putting the basket and tray in the dishwasher after every use. Although many air fryer parts are dishwasher safe, frequent dishwasher use can gradually wear down the non-stick coating. A better method is to clean the basket right after cooking. Simply fill the basket with hot water, add a little dish soap, then place it back into the air fryer and run it at the highest temperature for about 5 minutes. This helps loosen stubborn residue and dissolve any grease that remains inside the basket. Once the time is up, simply scrub it lightly with a soft sponge or brush, then rinse it with water until completely clean. Make this cleaning method a regular habit to keep your air fryer clean, working efficiently, and lasting much longer. And those are the most common mistakes people make when using an air fryer that can affect the quality of your food without you even realizing it. Have you made any of these mistakes before? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.